Hey everybody, welcome back for part 2 of the January 2-5 game. I guess it's actually the 5-5 game. Pat's game. Pat's home game.
Pat's game.
Pat's game.
Yeah, just keep it simple.
It's a really good lineup. If this is the first you're catching us, we got a couple of new players to the table. Dima in the 1 seat, Joey in the 2nd, Meech in 3, Jack in 4, Brian in the 5 seat. Sal just sat down. He's in the blue Southside shirt. Joey literally just sat down about maybe 5-6 hands ago.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gotten involved in much.
That was Abby's cursed seat.
Yeah, the King's seat. And then Dima got whacked with Kings earlier. If you missed last week's episode,
start there.
Start with part 1.
Yeah.
People always ask me, where do I start in the 2-part series? Typically, part 1.
It's true.
Hey, big shout out to Jack's mom. Just saying hi.
Get it in the first minute.
Yeah.
I like it.
She said we were her 2 favorite poker commentators of all time, and Jack's played some on other streams, like legit streams.
Like the Hustler stream.
Uh-huh.
So.
And we're her favorite.
Right.
So suck on that, Hustler. Can I say that on,
I think so.
on TV?
Let's get right into this hand, though, because Monk's playing the 7 deuce and she's flopping 2
rip
pair.
7 deuce, and Joey flops. I mean, he was repping like a big hand.
She just leads out 150. Joey's not giving up the King Queen of Diamonds just yet. A couple backdoor draws, which obviously nothing happens. Mung's going to go for some more value, fire out a bet, and that's probably going to be all she wrote.
So Joey raised to 30, and then Mung 3-bet him pre-flop with 7 deuce.
Yeah. And this is how you get the reputation that you're a loose cannon and you're crazy, and she's hoping that she shows that to get paid off later.
Pretty wild.
Pretty wild. I mean, it's nice when you just 3-bet 7 deuce and
Sands in the 7th seat. You got who's in the 8th seat? Oh, Mung's in the 8th seat.
In the 8,
and then Pat's game is in the 9th seat. Just kind of laying low. Hasn't really gotten involved in too much. Took some Dima money early with the Queen 3 versus the Ace King.
Yeah.
He just outflopped him.
Call. Check call.
That's how you win in this game. You just outflop people.
Right.
Like you 3-bet with 7 deuce and then just flop 7 deuce 8.
Yeah.
Like, no problem.
And then get a guy to call 150 with King High.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she was hoping he had, obviously, something bigger. But,
2 diamonds, he could have got messy for Joey there.
Meech is going to open Ace 6 of diamonds. Is it San or San?
San, because he was like, it's like San Diego, San Francisco.
I got it.
So he's like, it's like the city, San.
Okay.
Yeah. San's actually my new favorite.
And it's Mung.
Mung. Spelled Ming, because I always look at her name and say it incorrectly.
Yeah, you guys are probably like, you're saying it wrong. No, it's actually Mung. So here we go. The next hand, after playing the 7 deuce, she 3-bets again with the button, and this time she's actually got something.
She got 9s. 2 Wayne Gretzky. No, wait, 1 Wayne Gretzky.
And
ooh, I saw Polina Gretzky Instagram photo the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like her. It's weird. It's like I kind of find Wayne Gretzky sexy now because he kind of
looks like her.
Yeah, it's weird. Now I can't look at Wayne Gretzky the same. You're like I'm envisioning him in a bikini, and it's weird. Okay, thanks everybody. This is CCG Poker TV.
3 minutes and 30 seconds, and we officially lost everybody.
Sorry,
except for maybe Jack's mom.
Maybe Jack's mom. She might have stuck
here.
around. She's like, they're so sweet to my Jackie. He was hilarious.
He really was. Oak Lawn on Friday.
Jack might be my new favorite, like,
up-and-coming CCG guy that hasn't been around forever, but
we
now
got
he's
him
around.
hooked. He's hooked now. He loves the game.
He cashed out all those chips, and he's like, I'm back. I'm back, baby.
He's hilarious. I love it. All right. Jack's got the mystery hand here. It looks like he raised to 20, which is kind of...
I think Brian made it. I think it was dark 20,
oh, it was dark
70.
20. It was dark 20, because that's why we see it now, because he hadn't actually looked at it yet. So kind of weird. It looks like it got folded all the way around. Dima's going to 4-bet with the Ace 6. Which is
really just an open here.
Well, and it is.
And he's stealing
also
because it's a bunch of random hands.
Correct.
And this is what the blind 20 and the blind 70 does to a game. You now have a guy putting in 225 with Ace 6. Because it could be the best hand.
And Meech showing up with Ace Queen and rips it to 600.
Right.
So now you get a 5-bet 600. This is like Bomb Pot on steroids.
Right.
Bomb Pot should not be played anymore. Bomb Pot should now be played like this. Blind raise, and then go from there and be like, great, now there's...
So if this hand wasn't blind raised, it probably would have folded to Dima. It might have actually folded around.
Yeah.
And Meech would have just taken a walk here with a straddle with Ace Queen.
Right.
But instead, he got a dead 20, a dead 70, a 225 to steal. He was forcing out.
That's a great pot.
Put in 600. He had to earn the pot. I mean, he profited like, what, a little bit over 300 on the hand. But, I mean,
Yeah.
he deserved it.
Never would have got there.
Right, he probably would have taken down $10 if that hand wasn't blind 20, blind 40.
I bought a Mexico watch.
You
It's
bought
not a
a
watch
watch-
made in Mexico.
you bought a watch for Mexico.
It's a watch that was made in Detroit, Shinola, and it's like a waterproof, like fairly inexpensive. I won't say what I think an inexpensive watch costs, but it's my throwaway watch. I don't care if the maid steals it. I don't care if I lose it
This
at
was
the
like
pool.
400.
I don't care if it 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
$495.
like right.
You pegged me right.
Yeah.
It's a Chuck-away watch.
Yeah. All right.
I don't want to bring my fancy watch down there because, like,
then if it actually something happens to it,
yeah,
you're actually
I
upset.
would be horrified. I had a dream that somebody stole my watch, and it was awful. And then I tried to get it back. It was this whole saga. It was great. I should write a book about it.
You should.
Ken's missing watch.
New York Times bestseller right there.
I would rent under a pen name. Would you have a cool pen name?
No.
Like, can we have cool, like, commentary names? Instead of people knowing it's Brandon and Ken, and then they come to the events and they're like, you two are the guys that do commentary? Like, we should have fake names. Like, Mac and Stack.
Mac and Stack.
Can
Am
you
I
be Mac and I'll be Stack?
Yeah.
No, are you Stack
I
and
probably am Stack.
I'm Mac?
Yeah. I could be both.
You
I could go
be
as
both.
a Mac or a Stack.
I could be...
You could probably only go as Mac.
Yeah, I'm not really a stacking. I get
No.
stacked off a lot.
Right. Just the way you say stacked off, just
It's weird.
it really is. Jack turned. a
Speaking
gutter ball
of
here.
weird things, at Shinola, this has a black strap, and my wife and I were there, and I was talking to the girl, and I was deciding between this and like a blue face, and yeah, I was like, of course you would like the one with the black strap on. I was like, oh boy, that got weird fast.
Really quick. You said that to your wife? Or?
Yeah, but the
Oh, but the lady,
who was
okay, I
like
thought
the
you might have said it to
salesperson.
the lady in front of
No,
the wife.
no,
That
no.
would have been worse.
But yeah.
Jack bet the river there, and Mung had ace high, and Jack took on the pot. We need to, highlight when Jack wins the pot.
Right.
For Jack's mount.
Shout out to Jack, our new favorite player.
Yep. All right.
Now he's totally going to come next week and be like,
You guys
"Synopsis."
overdid it. I mean, my mom hates you guys now. Never again.
No,
I mean,
she's like,
I give you
that
guys an
doesn't
inch,
seem-
you take a foot.
It doesn't seem sincere now.
Right.
Which it 100% is. All right, Sand with 8s in the 7th seat.
What about Sal in the 6th seat, though?
Sal's in the 6th. He's going to chuck it. He also doesn't know where his cards go. This is the problem when the 5s are going to be rough.
Uh-oh.
All right, we got a race to 50. Sand's going to call.
Mung's out of there.
Mung's
Pat's
got
out
one of
there.
his 8s. Oh, no. Sand 3-bet to 200. Joey and Meach got nothing. Jack 64. Probably not going to play any cards. Brian, nothing to write home about. We got 8s versus 5s. An old Bears Super Bowl.
So the issue here is Sal doesn't have much left. So
Yeah, you got
it's
300.
really hard to play 5s like this, especially when
And
you
he
don't play a
checks,
5.
and Sand just is going to... He's
Problem
not
is,
even going to play around
Sand's
with it.
doing this with ace king. Sand's doing this with 8. Sand's doing... there's just a million hands Sand can have.
Yep.
And Sal just says, screw it. I put in 250. I'm putting in my last 300.
Turns nothing. Deuce, deuce.
The good
Duck,
old
duck.
deuce, deuce.
Duck, duck.
Pretty
Duck,
good
duck,
run out for
deuce.
5s. As long as he doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
8s. Oh, he does. Okay, yeah.
I mean, he does have 8s, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's a pretty good run out if...
Running it twice. Turns an 8 on the second board.
Oof. I didn't see
And
the second
Sal's
board.
reaching back into
Oh,
his
the second
wallet.
board was 8 deuce. Wow, all the deuces came out there.
Yep. All right, Brian's still on top.
Yeah.
Sam up to 4K. Mung, probably the biggest winner. She might be in for 1,000. I think Sal's contemplating life right now. Reached back into the wallet
Realize there's not enough there.
and taking his jacket. I think
It's the loneliest walk of poker.
it is, especially when you don't know what to do.
We've all done it.
It's like
I did it in Texas.
I'm going to Texas next week.
Going to Texas.
Texas Card House.
Texas Card House in Houston. Ask them about.
Dallas.
No, wait. What was my name there? What do they call Scoops?
Scoops.
Ask about
I'm
Scoops.
going to Dallas.
You know what? They probably heard about me there.
Okay, yeah, word travels through the THC,
Yeah.
the network.
The network of Texas Card Houses. They're really nice rooms. They make beautiful rooms. They're very classy looking. They're well run, and the games are super juicy. And Dallas, I think, is one of like the last like. Houston's got a ton of rooms,
Yeah.
so like there's like too many rooms,
Right.
they're going to need to weed themselves out.
Yep.
Whereas Dallas, I think, only has like 2 or 3 rooms.
Right.
And like that's kind of awesome because you get some.
You get all of it.
You get all of it.
Right.
All the action.
It's like the Horseshoe in 2008. It's the only place in the Midwest.
Everybody played there. Yep. And now you got way too many places to play.
Yep. All right. I have no idea what happened in this hand since I really wasn't watching.
Mung.
Dima
calls.
raised, Mung called.
Oh, yeah, Dima
Mung
raised,
checked,
Mung calls.
Dima c-bets, and takes it down. Flopped
Flopped an 8. Yeah.
I heard part 1, Sal was getting a little bit of beef for, his shuffling skills.
Sal the dealer, not his shuffling skills. He has a nervous tick that he
plays with the muck.
Oh,
I do that all the time.
And somebody had complained about that. But they were complaining about not paying attention to the table. But you have to remember, he's not paying attention to the players.
Because he's got to direct all the
action. He's also directing the action to the production crew behind them, who's very handsome.
Right, correct.
He's
and this is probably the hand that I was in there for, right? I took one hand.
So you got to remember, like, folks, he's talking to me behind the scenes to try to help.
There's a lot more going on than just him.
It's not just that. Sal is an incredible dealer. He is a wonderful volunteer, and he does an excellent job. You are hard pressed to go to anywhere, and I have said this time and time again. Going to Joey raced from the 2 seat with Ace Queen there, Mung's in there, King 5 suited. I was horrified. Horror show. Like,
by your WSOP dealer?
So bad. And I was like, I paid how much to play in this tournament? $10,000, and this is what I'm getting?
Yeah.
This is unfucking believable.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack's mom. I didn't mean to swear, but seriously.
It's 11 minutes in. I'm sure she's turned it off by now.
Mrs. R, I didn't mean to say that. I won't do it. Nah, she's watching. Jack's like, Mom, you gotta watch the second half.
Right,
like,
yeah,
it's bananas.
It's epic.
It is epic, folks. This is an incredible thing. So if you're gonna watch one screen, like, this is the one to do. All right, Joey raised, and then he fires out another C-bet at 65 or 85. I can't read that.
Looks like 85.
85.
Yep.
And Jack calls. Jack's got King 9, so he's got a gutter ball. But so does Joey.
Right. They both
Joey's just got ace high.
Other's card.
Right.
Joey checked a turn. I think this is where Jack's like, screw it, I'm going to take the lead
control
here.
This,
take control
and he did. And he gets a call from Joey, though.
Joey's a little sticky. I think he's up to, this is...
Yeah, board pairs. I think if
this is a weird river.
See a check from Joey, which we already did. He's eyeballing Jack. Jack's thinking about what he can bet here and take this pot down. Because he knows damn well his king high is not good.
Yeah, only one way to win. And, I mean, he's obviously repping a 10 or a deuce here.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get all the jacks to fold and all the straight draws and stuff like that.
All the big aces.
Right.
Joey's not buying it, though. I got king high. Ace high. I feel like Joey thought he was calling there for a chop.
Maybe. I mean, I think Joey did call the turn.
Two-pair
The
with an
problem
ace.
is Joey called the turn. So if you're good on the turn, you're good on the river. So as much as that's a good card to bluff for Jack, because, like, hey, I'm repping the full houses here.
Right.
I mean, Joey thought he was good, and so he would still be good, and he was.
Oh, that was Tony's, yeah.
And I guess a lot of the draws did miss, which, they were both kind of right. Jack was like, this guy's probably doesn't have anything. He missed his draw. And
didn't have anything.
Right. And then
his nothing was better than my nothing, though.
Right. And then Joey was like, well, you know what? All the draws missed. How does he have a 10 here? It went check on the flop, I believe.
It did.
So...
What do you want?
And then check again from Joey, and then Jack bet the turn when the Jack hit.
I mean, I guess a 10 makes sense from Jack line. Check the flop, bet the turn, bet the river.
It is what it is.
Oh, we got Mark coming in.
Mark's the nuts. He's second only to Jack.
Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like Meech and Brian and Pat are all like, man, what happened to us? We're just chopped liver.
We should probably talk about the other players so that they will watch the stream too.
Right.
Sam was actually awesome. He came to the Chicago event in February, kind of right after this. I think it was the week after this game. We'll actually be back in Chicago at Halstead and Diversey, downtown, mildly proper. I guess downtown's really like the loop, but it's Chicago proper.
For like, CCG purposes, it's downtown.
It's Lakeview. Like it's on Halstead and Diversey. Like it's great, and it's a really cool bar called Over and Under. Check it out. We're trying to get them to sponsor the podcast too. Still working on that aspect.
So we do have Pat 3-betting with the 7 deuce. He hasn't played a hand in forever, and he picks the 7 deuce off to just 3-bet with.
He's getting sneaky.
And then Dima wakes up with kings.
Yeah, snap all in for 640. He got burned with kings earlier in part 1.
He did.
So I feel like he's unexploitable at this particular moment.
Right.
I'm not going to get exploited with these kings.
And
because he got it all in on the flop, and San actually drilled a queen on the turn for a set of queens.
Brian was just maybe looking to gamble there.
All right, so here's the thing. Is there any way Pat calls the extra 440? If Mung calls here,
no,
and he's getting 6-1 on his money,
well,
Is that math right?
then that's definitely not right.
it's got to be close.
I don't think so.
He's got to put 400 in.
He's got to put 400 in to win 900. That seems like 2 and 0.25 to 1.
No, there's 1,200 in the pot. 640 and 640 is 1280, round up to 1,300.
There's 920 in the pot.
Yeah, but Mung hasn't called. I'm saying if Mung calls.
If Mung calls.
Right, if Mung calls, that's why I was asking. If Mung calls.
So then it would be 400 to win, what, 1,300? So you're getting almost 4 to 1 on your money.
All right, so I said, what did I say, 5-1?
6. But
It is close.
The problem is they have so much chips behind. Like, if that was all of it.
That's a good point.
You know
I
how
mean,
you're
Demon's
gonna-
all the way in, and it's not
Yeah.
like Mung's going to check it.
The problem is now you got to play a hand out of position with 7 deuce and a $1,200 pot.
I didn't say it was a profitable play.
No. Well, so what was your question?
I just want to know if it's possible.
Well, yes, of course it's possible.
Does Pat
just chuck him
have
in
that?
there.
Does Pat have that kind of crazy in him?
I mean, I don't know. Teacher salaries in 2023 probably.
All right, we got a new player at the table. Mark in the 6th seat. CCG reg. Plays 1-2, 2-5, 1-3, 5-5. You don't care.
Fire the big tournaments when they come along.
No, and he's a
Who's
late
also-
regger.
Yeah.
He's like he's a tournament sniper where he's
Wait
like,
for Brad, let me know 1 minute before I can register, and then I'm in there.
He did it in
He
Chicago.
did it in Chicago.
He did it in Chicago. He said, wait, there's how many players in this thing? 240? How many last outs? Yeah, I'm in. Let me get into
All right, Mark,
the
it's
last
700, and you got 20 big ones. Yeah, no, I'm in. And then like 14 minutes later, it's like, well, that didn't last so long.
It didn't last long.
Sometimes that happens when you max late reg.
I kind of like late.
Especially if
I
you're
like
like,
it.
if you don't, it's one of those
If
things.
you're only
if you
doing
come
it-
for the tournament, register at the beginning. If you're like there to gamble and, oh, wow, the prize pool is this big, let me just get in late and try and double up twice, and then we're in there.
You came to play PLO and just
Something
do this
else is
right,
running.
do this over here.
Yeah.
All right, Jack has 4s.
Right. Brian
Ryan
has a jack.
actually flopped top pair with a jack. Pretty good kicker. Dima's out of there. So Jack raised, Brian called. Jack bet the flop. Brian calls.
Ooh, I can't believe Brian just instantly checked back there. That's a little sneaky by Brian. So now this is either going to go check or bet call. One of the
I
two.
wonder what Brian was afraid of there. The queen? The 6?
A 5.
A 5?
I don't know.
What the hell's he afraid
Probably
of?
not a better jack.
Brian, what the hell are you afraid of
Yeah,
there?
Brian, what was that?
Oh, better jack. There's only one of them.
I know.
Ace, king, and jack.
Yeah.
Wait, ace jack or jack?
Yeah. And Jack probably never gets dealt jacks.
No, that's like a double negative.
Or like-
Then he's already got a set. If he flops, if he's got jacks and a jack is on a flop, he's got quad jacks.
Quad jacks. 4 jacks. Well, I got 2 in my hand. Me
Me
plus the board.
and the board, and I got quad jacks.
All right, Brian, ace king. He says, you know what? I'm just going to wait one more hand and just make it 40 with ace king.
Yeah, I kind of like that timid play in the first one and then switching gears and making it happen.
You know, it's kind of unlucky that Brian opens the 40 with ace king and Mung just decides to take her break and Mung.
Right.
It's like, come on, Mung. Let me give action to everybody else.
She is good action.
I want some.
Actually,
and,
she's better than good action.
Yeah.
She's like great action.
Right.
You cannot get better
Right.
action.
It's
than
like,
Mung.
you know,
You
Jordan
can't-
when he's pumped up, or
you
like.
can't get mad when those players accumulate a stack.
No.
Because like the nice thing is, it's not safe.
Right. The money's always in play.
Old Pat, I don't think new Pat does this, but old Pat, if he built a big stack at like 1-2 back in the day, or
1-3,
1-3,
400, he's got
day,
1,600.
like that shit's
on
on lockdown. It is Fort Knox gone.
Where's the 7 deuce?
He has gone south on the table. You just don't know it yet.
Right.
You could just see it.
Right. You just still
That
see all the
money's
chips,
not
but
in
they're
play.
not there.
They're not in play.
And if they are all in play, you better fold.
You lost.
Right.
You better hit your 1-outer because that's what you need. Because you just got flop set over set. Set under set?
Either way, depends.
Depends
Set
on
over
which
set.
shitty side you're on.
Right. I'm gonna sponsor this podcast.
Today,
Or Coke Zero. Still Coke Zero.
I love Coke
I'm cheating
Zero.
on Coke Zero, but Still Coke Zero.
at Pinehurst, which I was at last week for my golf vacation.
Wait, hold on a second. So we're talking about Mexico next week. Pinehurst.
I
Do you
know.
even
It's
work,
just a
or-
weird... I don't.
Okay.
It's just a weird time of my life.
Where you basically prefaced me, he goes, Brandon, I'm basically going to be gone all February.
I'm just gone in
so-
February. Yeah, because I wanted to take my dad to Pinehurst before, like, you know, he's getting older. I wanted him to be able to enjoy it, even though as much as he could, you know. He still can't walk 18, and, like, some of those courses are walking only.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you would have done this 3 years from now, would you have been able to do, you know what I mean? Like, that's why you got to do it now.
We got to do it now.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, we need to do these things because, like,
Right.
I'm starting to realize my dad's 67. And Lord willing, the man will live to be 87, 90, 95. But you also got to think of the other side.
And, you know, there's also the golf aspect. It's not like you're asking
Oh.
him to go sit in Disney World and be pushed around in a wheelchair.
I remember playing golf with my grandfather when he was like 70 and I was like 16.
Yeah.
And he really didn't play.
Yeah.
Like he played like 1 or 2 holes.
Hey, he hit the ball around. He was
rode
out there
around
for you guys.
He rode around to watch us. So it's really nice that I could still walk and play with my dad, and that was cool. But anyways, when we were at Pinehurst, I was like, they have all Coke products, so huge
right.
bonus for me.
Yeah.
You know I'm a Coke product guy. And I was like, all right.
Dima's
I'm
opening
like,
Jack
Diet
Daniels.
Coke. I'm like, you got anything else?
Club.
Diet? And she was like, oh, I got Coke Zero. I was like, I love that.
I love that.
Are you married?
You know who else has Coke Zero? Over Under Bar.
Yes,
March
they do. Good. Bring it back
Yep.
around.
Queen 8-8.
Demo raised to 35 with the Jack 9 suited. Brian calls with the King 7 off. Maybe he thought they were suited. Drills a King on the turn. That's good.
Also check Dark, which is going to get a bet from Dima.
Yep.
Brian's going to snap call, probably instantly check again, and call a river bet from Dima.
Hoping for a black card. It is a diamond, which is the original flush out there, but
Check.
they go check. I think Brian's must have taken like an Ambien or something.
A little chill pill.
Or maybe he feels bad for busting Abby's kings with the ace king.
He's like, you know what? I
think he feels.
Here.
I think he feels bad. The worst thing is the whale who feels bad.
Yeah.
Because then he won't. He'll give kind of action, but not really.
Like, I guess he's playing King 7 off.
Correct.
But he's not like going for full 3 streets there when he
Right.
bluffs the flop, turns a king, river value.
Right. It's kind of great.
Yeah.
This is one hell of a lineup.
Sand, tens, under the gun.
That kid is the new Brian. He's getting hit in the face with the deck.
I love it. Joey's out of there.
Nothing. Joey's out of there. Meacham's.
Joey showed up, played a little bit of 2-5 at Oak Lawn last week.
More
Yeah,
players.
nice to see him come back, play a non-stream game.
And a slightly smaller game,
Yeah.
too. Ace Queen for Meach is just going to call. We get a Brian and Mark call. Jack 5, Jack 10, 10's Ace Queen. All unders. Mark flops a flush draw. Brian's got a backdoor hearts. And backdoor straight possibilities.
And sometimes
Meach whiffed.
when you play Ace Queen like that, it's kind of refreshing to see a flop like that. You know, when I got off cheap,
He folded.
obviously Brian's out of there, and obviously Mark isn't going anywhere. I'm intrigued to see if Mark's just going to rip it here. He's going to call.
I like the one call.
Do you, though? Because he's got 370 into 600, and
Okay.
it's like, what do we do now?
You do always tell me, bet it twice, give yourself
Two chances to win. The problem is like, on all the brick turns, what do you do now? Do you just check fold? Because if you're going to call here on the turn, you might see. All right, he did make up his mind. I got one shot to hit a Jack, a 10, or a spade. If I whiff, then I'm out.
Right.
And so I'm going to save the 370. I like that play much
If
better.
the plan's that.
I like that.
My
than
stupid plan
calling
is-
and then just still calling the turn.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
like, why are we calling off on the turn when we could just jam the flop?
C5 cards at that point.
Right, just
That's
jam
good.
the
Good
But
tip.
it seemed like Mark had a plan there.
That's the overlay tip of the day. Make sure you listen to Brandon on the #1 podcast in Chicago for poker.
Besides Chicago, Joey's.
Yeah, but he's in Vegas. That shit
true.
don't count.
Right.
He's a Vegas podcast.
Right.
This is the only Chicago podcast on the planet. Chicago. It's us.
It's us.
It's just us. It's actually really good. I hope people like it. I still get compliments on it.
I got a bet incoming.
I think we do a good job.
So we got Mung opening the Jack 10 off. This is under the gun.
So she looks like she put out a blind raise. But it's Mung. So she might
Blind
have
because
just...
she has sunglasses on,
she
or
might have
blind
just-
because it was actually blind?
I thought maybe they were doing another blind raise. Brian with Queen 9.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to go back and figure this out. What are we doing?
You raised 300.
Meach 3 bets, Jack 4 bets. Must have been blind from Mung because this is the only way we get this action. Mung's out of there. And Jack is just instantly punishing Meech the way Meech punished Dima in the same way we saw him blind. And all of a sudden we see piles of chips going in pre-flop when the blind
with not happens. Really super premium
hands.
I
mean, they have playable, good hands for the situation.
I'm telling you, folks, bomb pots are dead.
I hate bomb pots.
I hate bomb pots. I think they are game ruiners.
They are.
Sorry, folks. The crew here does not like bomb pots.
Double board PLO bomb pots are all right. I mean, you find everyone's all in then, and it's just luck boxing it.
You're flipping.
Yeah.
Or sweating, as they say in Texas.
Right.
You have to learn that because they were like, you want to sweat? I was like, is this like a weird Texas thing that I got to do? Like, oh, like, flip. I love flips.
Right. Why don't you just say flips? You had me at F.
They call them sweats. So whenever somebody says you want to do a sweat, your answer is yes.
Yes.
All right.
Just a call.
Brian opens with 10-9 suited. I'm getting better. Mung 3-deuce calls. Heads up.
See if you're gonna hit your jack.
Two big stacks going at it.
What did I just say before the flop?
Jack 6-6. 2 hearts for Mung. She's gonna lay a trap for Brian.
Flop the flush draw.
She's gonna lay a trap
You
for
would
him.
expect nothing less than me to predict what the flop is, right?
Hey, the mail finally got delivered.
Boom.
Brian.
Brian's trying to take this down here. He's got a bunch of backdoor opportunities.
I think it was a Mung check. Brian bet 60. Mung calls with the flush draw.
Oh, the king of clubs. Now Brian picks up the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw.
Well, you know what I want to happen? I want to brick on the river and see which one of us is going to bluff first.
So now Brian is going to keep control of this hand.
Yeah. He picked up more draws, so he's happy.
Interesting to see on a brick what happens, which is what you just said. But Queen of Diamonds, somebody called for the Queen of Diamonds, right?
Brian's like Queen of Diamonds.
And then Mung's going to just go for it.
She rips 275. Brian takes pity on her.
I told you
I want the Queen of Diamonds.
Just drills the gutter ball.
I like Mung just going for it, though. I mean, check call, you missed. Oh, he called for the Queen of Diamonds? Well, here's 275 in your face.
What was Scottie Pippen's number? 33.
33.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Why did I ever call those Scottie Pippens? Pocket threes.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to call them Pippins from now on.
Pippins? Okay.
You use it. I like the term outpipped.
I like
outpipped all night because I feel like that's a good poker slang that you don't hear super often. Let's see how Joey plays a 3-deuce.
300. Oh, you lost.
Folds.
Who would have thought? Jack
is out. Jack's out. 10-deuce. No, he had 9-3 as well.
Brian's limping with the king jack. He really is. He took an Ambien.
He's asleep at the wheel, folks. Look out, because he's dangerous when he's asleep at the wheel. There's James in the back from Precision Painting. If you need any painting done, give James a call. Actually, he did the office here. He did a great job.
Wow, surprising.
Great job. I was
surprised.
It was one of those happy surprises.
Right, you were like, you know what? I'm just gonna hire him, and whatever happens.
I was like, just slap some paint up there. I don't care. And he was like, oh no, we got to do this. We got to do this. And I was like, all right, well, don't get too pricey here on me.
Right.
I still want a budget. But he did great. Mung with 7s here.
And,
all right, so we had a Brian bet, a Mung raise. Brian called to see a flop. Didn't really get the flop he was looking for. I don't know what he was looking for.
And that's the correct way to play 7s. Don't be scared of that ace. Represent that ace. I mean, Brian's going to play a lot of hands, especially when he limped, that don't have an ace in it.
Right. And here's the thing. If he calls, then you can slow it down on the turn.
Right. Reevaluate. And here, her 7s are still good, so Michael check, and then maybe you have to call off a river bet from Brian sometimes and be good, or fold on the river. But, there's only 3 betting streets after you see those cards.
And that was the first, smaller pot that those two had played. Joey, king-queen suited. Brandon sighting in the back.
Yeah, Burrow lost that game. I was very upset.
I like Cincinnati, too.
I like Cincinnati. I just hate the Chiefs. God, do I hate the Chiefs. All right, Mung gonna open the jack. She gets jack 10 a lot. Oh, she's calling.
She called. Joey raised to 40 with king-queen suited.
Like it.
Dima in a little bit of trouble. Don't play that little suited connector because your spades are no good.
But remember, nobody hits flushes in hold'em.
I always forget that.
3 players.
A flush and hold'em is like a nut boat in PLO. They're the same thing.
Total whiff flop, all hearts.
Mung flop top pair. Demon flop the gutter ball. Check.
I mean, besides that.
Yeah, besides you mean nobody has a heart.
There's a spade.
Mung stacking chips. She's going to fire. 125 in the pot. I'm going to say 75. Looks like a little less than that.
60?
65.
65. Good bet.
And that's going to take it down.
Yeah.
She did have the best hand, and she's lucky nobody really had a heart to defend anything, and here we are. Mung taking down another one.
5-5 live stream brought to you by Corona today.
Corona.
They had a whole discussion on Corona Premium versus Corona Light. And Brian was like, is Corona Premium like a heavier beer, or is it still a light beer but not as light as Corona Light? I like Corona beer though.
Corona's okay. I'm not a Mexican beer guy.
Modelo is a big drink of Bridgeview. They love Modelo.
I think Modelo has really... I always thought that it was like Corona up here, Modelo's like a copycat. But I think
they've kind of gotten closer.
Right. I think that it might even be Modelo's kind of taking over.
Joey and Meach are out. Jack's out. Mark's out. Nope. Mark's in. Mark has got him dead to rights.
Obviously, Mung's in. Queen 10 of spades. Can't
that's a good hand.
Yep.
On the button. Got position. Position is everything in this game, folks.
Pat is out of there. 4 ways. 3 ways. Looking for some middle cards. A 9 ball. Brian flops the best hand. There is an ace out there. A couple clubs. Check, check, check. 8.
All right, so Mark is open-ended now.
Mung's got a gut ball.
Yeah.
Can't see her folding.
And her queen or...
Jack would be an awesome river. Jack would be an amazing river.
It would be a bad river for Brian.
Everybody.
Or, I'm sorry. Bad river for Mark. Brick on the river. Wet napkin, as Paul says. Check, check. Mung's going to fire at it by meeting...
Check, check. She mocked. She mocked. And Brian takes it down with the middle pair again.
He's got him out-pipped. That seed has not been kind. Canadian ginger ale is the best. Canadian dry.
Yeah, I know.
It's good.
For 0 sugar, especially.
All right, we're about a third of the way through here of our part 2 of the 5-5 Pats game. Action's kind of been mediocre right now. We haven't seen any really, really big hands.
People are picking up, people aren't really, there's not really 2 big hands to clash against each other.
And the reasoning, too, is like, it was a wild game in part 1, so if you didn't watch part 1, please do, because there's some just massive pots, which is great. So I feel like people have kind of, like, settled a little bit.
Settled
like they're
in.
kind
the stacks are getting a little, big, where you're not just, I don't really want to lose 4K with this hand.
Correct. Pat with kings now. Race is 75.
Demon doesn't get cute with the 7 deuce. Joey correctly snap calls a 7s. He must be playing with Pat a lot somewhere else.
Brian's in there
with the ace 5.
Oh, she gives it up.
Interesting, Ryan. See, like Brian isn't raising the 6-5, but he's still willing to call 65 more with it.
Mm-hmm. It's the beauty of the cash games. Oh, 2 spades.
I would love to see Pat just check this back here. Leave the door open for Brian to bluff. But he's not good.
But in all honesty, kings have not won once at this table so far.
100. Brian's like, do I have spades or clubs? Nah, it's clubs. I'm out of there.
Shows the kings because it's the first time kings have won in this game.
On the 3-3-9, I'm checking back there, giving Brian a little rope. I mean, you're either he's drawn dead or you're drawn dead on those flops. So,
not feeling it.
Chip count. Brian's still our chip leader.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking so much smack about Brian. He's sitting there with 5K.
Well, it's just he's playing different than he normally does, which I really enjoy. I like when wild players and you switch it up. He's kind of playing like tight aggressive right now, which is great. Normally he's loose aggressive, so it's kind of nice when you play tight aggressive. People can. I mean, you want to switch it up, right? You don't want to get labeled.
To have a reasonable doubt that you're not
right. Your bluffs.
Maybe he does have
your bluffs do get through this way when you switch it up.
Important phone call incoming? Probably not.
Caneville, Illinois. I don't know where that's from.
Mung raising to 70. Folding around to Jack. Jack is going
mystery hand from Jack.
Defend with the mystery hand.
Heads up. Jack and Mung.
Okay.
Ace, king. I wonder what Jack's got.
I don't know, but I like Jack's hand. Although Mung's probably... Oh, she snap checks back.
She's going to see what happens. If Jack's got anything, he should check here and let Mung bet into him.
Oh, it's a king on the turn. Crazy.
He bets 50, 75. Monk's gonna float it.
Snap raise and snap fold.
Oh my God, she's good. Oh my God, she's good. She's just begging for them to call her. Here, nice show, nice show.
Look at her. She's playing 50%. Joey Pat on the snug side, and everyone else just chilling in the middle. I mean, all these VPIPs are kind of high. I mean, anything over 25 is high, and 2, 4, 6 of them are over 25.
Everybody's at 25 except it Sand's at 24,
right.
so like he's basically at 25.
Just the three of us. Everybody else is out. It'll be good for the game.
Brian is trying to negotiate a flip in the middle of the game.
I like that.
I love. Pat, good suited connector here. Opens to 30.
In the hijack. Couple mucks. Dima's out of there. Jack's out of there. And Brian's going to defend with the incoming ace-10. Off.
Great hand for Brian. Again, raisable hand, but he's just kind of laying low.
Yeah, it's Pat.
Pat flops a 9.
It wouldn't be impossible, but
Okay, here we go. Brian's getting a little sticky with ace-high.
I like it.
I know now you're like, what the hell do I do now, right?
See what the turn brings. A 4. Check,
Four's a good
check.
card.
I ain't got a piece of that, so what can I do now?
Check. Pat's going to go for some little bit of value here. I think he realizes Brian would be value betting a queen by this point.
40?
Gets called by ace-high. That's how you get some thin value from Brian.
45. I mean, that's the perfect number to get it
Ace-high to call.
get a call.
Or
Yeah.
a 3 or a
4 or 7.
Random 7s in there. Maybe a worse 9. I mean, there's a lot of hands Pat beats. 2 streets for Pat against ace-high is as good as you're going to get.
All right.
3
Pat's-
winners, a bunch of losers.
Yeah, Pat's down.
Mark's not down that much. It's his seat. Joey's not down that much. It's also his
That
seat.
seat is down that much. Mark is that seat's down that much.
Right. Mark's still on his first $500 or $600 buy-in.
Yeah.
This was like 5 years ago. Back when I did only play. I played King.
Queens from Sand, still getting decent cards here.
I want Jack 9 hearts so badly.
We're going to see an open to maybe 40.
Yeah, under the gun's a new button, right?
I
Yeah.
will call off my 40 stack. Promise.
40 standard raise. Maybe a little bigger. 30's been kind of the standard opener.
Maybe Meech can pick something here on the button. Nope. Jack, what do you got for me in the small blind, Jack?
Jack's hiding his cards again. I like it. Brian's out. Mark's out.
Tab and Xander, I think. Heads up. Yeah, you're thinking of Xander. He's
Heads up.
He was a character.
Heads up.
Queens versus mystery hand.
Right.
Flops an ace.
Or Jack's mystery hand against the best hand.
It was really good.
Correct, yeah. Pocket 6 is for Jack.
Sand down bets 30 on the flop. Gets called. Oh, he's got 6s. 10 ball, check, check.
Yeah.
Jack on the river. Check. Sand just says, what do you got? I got queens.
Yeah.
There's an ace out there.
Too much
And I
to...
don't think if Sand bets the river, Jack is calling it.
Might as well check it back.
Yeah, I'm not calling anything out.
He just said, I'm not calling anything.
Like, no, I'm not gonna fall for this trap. And I don't know. Like you could easily have a week, random week.
Oh, I would just call it an ace there.
Super Bowl last night. Yeah, pretty good game. Ruined at
game.
the end.
Great
Kind
game.
of a little bit by that
Super
call. But,
close game. That was a really bad call.
you know, it's not even that it's the wrong call. It's just like, hate to see another just ruin it for.
ticky-tacky.
Yeah, and in that spot with that, you know, classic of a game, hate to take it out of the Phillies' hands. To at least, you know, try and score on the way back.
Do you think their plan was to get it down to, like, kick a field goal? That was all they were trying to do and just run out the clock? Was that the plan
It
going
was
forward?
after that Mahomes run.
They
That
were just like,
30-yard
yeah, it's
Mahomes run, it was like, all right, well, now we can milk everything. And then, I mean, Philly still had 2 timeouts, but
Because
you know, that
if
penalty
Kansas City
really-
would have scored, there was still 90 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
right?
that's why that guy could have just easily, you know, that second to last play, that running back on the left side, they were trying to let him in.
Yeah.
They wanted him to score. And my sister and Allison are like, well, why? I'm like, well, the only way Philly can ever win this game is
get the
going
ball
down
back.
7 and get the ball back and then tie it. All right, ace-4 against Kings. Jack with the Kings.
2 clubs from each.
Yeah.
This could be a good one.
This is going to be a good hand here.
All right, so you had a raise and a 3-bet from Jack. Meech is the only caller.
So Meech has everything at his disposal. I mean, he can call, he can raise. When you raise, you know you're putting in 1,600 here with ace high and saying I'm going for it.
Yeah.
But this, again, with a good hand as kings, Jack is all of a sudden doubting, well, what's going on here? Jack 10-9. I mean, a lot beats him. A lot beats him.
And Meech did raise. He's going the opposite of Mark approach. He's going to get it all in now and try to see who wins. Jack ain't buying it, though.
Meech still has 1,000 behind.
And here's the thing. Even if he fades a club, he's still kind of worried about the straights, right?
Wow.
Board pair with a club. Meech got nut flush.
And now I hope Meech checks.
He did.
Okay, this is a bad turn for Jack.
Board paired and a club? Or is
Yeah,
the board
I mean,
pair is
Jack
bad?
really has to get creative to think what he can really beat after that pre-flop and flop action. I don't really think... It's one of those things. You don't want to check back and then get bluffed by Meech on the river.
Right.
So Meech didn't check. Meech actually shoved.
All in.
Which I kind of like a check. But, you know. Jack might be able to get away from this one here. Okay, I lied. Jack calls. He's going to need a king or a 10. He wanted to just insta-muck, but he realized he's got 4 outs.
Oof, close. Shows the kings because they've been just super dominated.
Yeah, kings don't win.
No, unless you're Pat.
Unless you're Pat and you win a small pot with kings.
940.
940. Score a big one from each there.
Can't blame Jack on that one.
No. Sometimes you just lose. Jack's going to go get a beer, take a walk, maybe call his mom, say, hey, I'm losing too much here. What do I do? But he'll be back for some more. And score one for Meech. I like Meech.
He got beat up in the first stream in December, didn't he?
He did.
Overplayed a little ace king.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, I think Meech is back to even. And he hit me up. He's like, yeah, you know, I was like in for 4,000 at that point. Like, I really wasn't that even. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry.
For a second, I thought I was getting slow rolled. I was like, all right, you can do it. Yeah, no. Well, that's what he said.
Dima with a big suited ace.
I was like, I didn't want a pink. I didn't want a queen or.
Opens to 30.
Yeah. 35. All in. Would have been kind of funny though.
35 folds around to Mark, who goes all in with jacks. Back around to Dima, who gave up the ace-3.
Yeah, he was just showing that fuck kings again.
That's crazy.
A little blood in the water for that last hand.
Bit. Meech catapults up the winnings. Jack goes the opposite way. All right. Action's going to be on Dima mucking the 3-deuce off Joey. Ace King coming in for a raise. How much? Maybe 40, maybe 30.
40.
Probably 35 since I said those two things.
Play bad and suck out.
Play bad and suck out. Giving Meech a little crap for the ace-4 busting the kings, but I don't think he played it wrong. Played it aggressively, was willing to get all his chips in with the ace-high flush draw.
And he got there.
He got there. Then got the rest of it, too.
Short stacks are Mark and Jack. 465 for Jack, but I'm assuming Jack's gonna get some more chips over there.
Yeah.
Double dragon.
He don't like to play the short stack. Neither do I. Just keep topping off.
How much are you at?
Yep, coming back with chips.
Alright, please. Yeah. Straddles up. No.
All right, Joey meets Jack down. Brian's out. Mark's out. San, what do you got, San? Jack 5 suited.
Opening to 30 on the button.
Yeah, playing a button. Button strong.
Dima's going to defend the 7-6,
Yep.
especially with $10 in there already. Look at that. See? Who says playing loose is the worst? Flop
Yep.
bottom 2 with Jack 5. Get no action, but, you know, got to show the 5.
Yeah? Yeah, Pat, you're a good
Dima likes it.
Yeah.
He was all smiles considering he got mollywopped with his kings. Got it in great against queens. Already saw a flop.
Yeah, I think Dean was one of those guys that gets the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Can't let one hand screw with your emotions one way or the other.
We're close to about an hour left. Green right there.
About an hour left. They are correct.
Count them out. I'm like, did they short me a green?
We have an hour left.
I'm like, is it worth it to go?
Chips might start flying here in the final hour, knowing that
You like that, huh?
you know their stardom is coming to an end here on CCG Poker TV. Jack reloads and then puts those chips to work with a random hand. Mung is saying, "I'm out. I fold. I fold. I fold." Sal, she already said she folds. Come on, bro. Okay, fold, fold. Dima, Queen 10 of Hearts. Maybe a 3-bet? No.
Heads up.
Okay. Jack, Jack 3. I like Jack's hand. He's already got 3 jacks. Any bets?
I think
Demon's
we're good
out
now.
of It's pretty annoying when you pick up Queen 10 of Hearts. Wow, force.
Force. He was good.
Yeah. Just get a black Jack, Jack 3. You have all the hopes and dreams of the Jack 9 of Hearts flop coming in. It's no. Jack, Jack 3. All black.
Nice solid game here. All right, we look like we got a
Five,
small blind,
10,
big
20.
blind. Yeah,
Maybe
Jack's playing the
25.
$25 blind bet. Does not get action on this restraddle. People always ask, is there such a thing as a restraddle? And the answer is no.
Did you say blind raise?
But I like the blind raise.
Me too.
It causes havoc. I think Brian didn't notice it because he likes
would've made it
to make it 70, 75.
Did you send me the menu?
Mung with force.
Mung's like, what's going on? 25?
Pat with kings in the very next seat.
All right, Pat. Let's make it 105 to go here. See what happens.
What size?
115.
Okay.
Order you got yesterday?
He must have heard you.
What size? What size?
Muck, muck, muck. Back
It
to
looks like it's
Mung.
just going to be Mung.
Size. Small, medium.
Gotta love Mung going set mining here for 100 to try and win all 1,600 of Pats when the right flop comes.
I got you. Okay.
Phone calls.
I know.
You know, I'm convinced that the difference between good poker players and bad poker players is just the ones who flop more sets. You flop a set, you're good at poker. When it comes ace, 9, deuce. Mung's
Ace a little
bad at
scary.
poker.
Mung checks. Pat checks.
And now if we see Mung check again, now I think Mung's picking up on the fact that, you know what, maybe Pat had one of these pocket pairs like jacks, queens, kings. I can rep the ace.
7 on the turn.
However, I think Pat also knows that.
400.
250 in a call.
250 in a call.
Queen. Can Mung go for it? She's going to need to bet 500 plus here. Nope. Check, check.
I have force. I got kings, baby.
Pat's the only one that can win.
So kings are 2 and 15 in this table with Pat winning both of them. That's why it's called Pat's game. You know, he can hold with kings. Everybody else gets stained with them. But what are you going to do? She tried.
Win a nice pot there.
Yeah. She tried to go set mining. It didn't work. She tried to rep the ace. It didn't work. I wonder
I think
if
she
bet
fires
500,
one more and
500
she
past-
might have got
Yeah.
through. Although, you never know.
She's been showing some
Questionable hands. Some questionable hands from Mung.
Brian with the king deuce. Here we go. This might be a blind 40. Maybe.
90.
Sands in with ace queen.
Same thing.
Mung, Pat, Dima, Joey, all in the muck. Over to Meech in the muck. Jack, and obviously Brian's going nowhere. I think this is blind. We're going to go heads up to the flop. King, deuce of spades, ace, queen off. Deuce, 5, 6, all clubs.
Sands got the queen of clubs. Brian's got 2 black cards, but I'm pretty sure he knows that neither one of them are a club. Hard
I
to play
wonder
the
if
deuce here.
Sands probably like, I know I have offsuit black. I hope the ace is the club and it's not the queen.
Think it's a face card on the turn. Jack, and Brian Rivers top and bottom.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. It might be good.
75
Unless you want.
A little bit of value.
into a $375 pot. Sand reads it out, and he ain't playing no mo.
Brian takes one down.
No, neither.
And he just said, "Did you have the king of clubs?" Because he was a little worried about the king of clubs. So
How dare I?
How dare I have such a good hand as a king of clubs?
I have.
All right, 5-5. Brian's going to put on the 10, I would assume.
yeah, everybody straddled this game except I think Joey was the only non-auto straddle.
I'm fine with that. I'll take the small ones. Okay. The big ones will come later. Well, they've been good on the stream so far.
Okay, Mark's not here. Action's on sand. Ace 4 off in the muck. Mung in the muck. I'm assuming Pat's going to muck his hand, obviously. Joey on the button. 10-9 of hearts coming in for a raise.
35.
Ooh, Jack with my favorite hand and my favorite suits.
Playing him. Brian, king 4. No dice.
Oh, yeah, and he just went with, he had 9-8 clubs.
He had to have, because
Yeah.
I asked him how many times you want to run, and he goes, just one.
Jack 5 deuce. Jack flops the best hand with top pair of jacks. Check, check. Maybe Joey can turn a little something. Doesn't look like he does. Jack adds a flush draw.
Yeah, it's a flush draw. Oh, Jack adds a flush
Yeah,
draw.
Joey
Yeah, he's
does
not
that.
getting any more action from Joey.
He leveled himself so hard. Just because
No,
Brian told him he had
nothing to
ace
lean on here. He could pick a river card and not win.
king, right? Yeah. Ace king.
That's bad.
It is. It's bad. Mark back just in time for his straddle. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Unfortunately, for Jack, he's the only one that's been in that seat, so that graphic is correct.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's early.
Yeah.
It's getting late, but we got an hour left.
There's always time to make it up. You just need one good hand.
And there's just it's one long session. If you lose this session, you just win the next
An
session.
ongoing game.
Right. I think people tend to forget that when they're, I gotta stay till I get even. I gotta, they have such this mindset of the session. It's 8 hours and a 40,000 hour session of your life.
I got you guys. 3 players. I got you guys.
All right, so sand raised. Meech called from the button. Mark's gonna defend his straddle with the 5-4 off. 10-10-6 trips for Meech.
Say with the mystery hand.
And he is the opener, so he is the one that can actually have something here.
Mark's going to take a
however,
stab.
Turn to gutter ball,
I'm going to DoorDash some hams.
and we're going to soon find out that Sand doesn't have anything. Meech is going to quickly call here. Needs to fade a 3-ball. He did.
7 on the river.
7 of diamonds. Backdoor diamonds does get there. Mark, in theory, could have some backdoor diamonds.
Good.
Find out.
Check the flop, bet the turn, bet the river.
I also don't think he's only got 215 left. I don't think he has
True.
enough to bet him off the hand. I mean,
Nope.
215 is going to call.
All
And
in,
Meech
Mark.
just jams
Meech
it in
wins.
there. Yep.
Security was like, they had footage of it, they knew exactly what it was. It was hilarious. They were just trying to
Where was that at? The max, yeah.
Hey, what are you doing with the food? You just want me to text you? Just text you what I want? Yeah.
Okay, Brian's still sitting on top of the chip count.
You want to get in this
leaderboard.
5-5 stream game. It seems to be about once a month. Hit
Yep.
us up in the comment section. We'll get you connected to the right people and get you to Pat, and he'll get you in the game and see if there's some openings.
Right. And the closer you play towards Mung and Brian, the more likely you're going to get in.
Right.
And the more you play like Pat, well, you kind of got to create a game.
You just create your own game.
Create your own game then. If you want action.
Joey with an ace-7 suited, all folds to him so far. He's going to open for 40.
You're never going to get invited, so you got to do the inviting.
You got to do the inviting. Folds around. No action. Joey takes down a baby pot.
A little baby pot. And here we go. 5-5, 10 from Mung. Action's going to be on Pat. The knit.
It's like light beer or whatever.
Tastes like straight up water.
Instamuck on
Instamuck.
Instagram, as well as the TikTok.
Probably Probably Twitter, too.
I don't know. Is he on Twitter?
I don't know. Should be.
I know he's on TikTok and he's on
World's on Twitter.
Instagram. So if you're interested in some fun low to medium stakes cash games,
Bigger than small stakes,
yeah.
but definitely not high stakes. Anthony,
He's Irish, of course, yeah.
I think, based on body
Dima
type.
opens with the ace-10.
Maybe not Anthony. Definitely not. Maybe.
Jack's in there. Sand's in there.
Mung's in there.
Mung's in
I
there.
think she just 3-bet. Oh, no. 115?
She did. Three bets to 150. Dima, I feel like has opened a few times and then kind of got caught in the...
Yeah, and he never has, you know.
And then it's like he's got players behind him. It's like hard to kind of play it. Although he's going to see a
Yeah,
flop
I think
here.
if there's one person you're going to call the 3-bet from, it's Mung.
Mung.
And that's fine.
what she wants. Sand gave it up. It's heads up. Dima and Mung.
Looks like there's a... Nope.
Gut shot for Dima. Mung fires into it. Dima's going to let it go.
225 and a muck. Obviously, that hits Mung's 3-betting range very hard.
Yeah.
She didn't have anything that time, but King Jack 9 is going to drill it, usually.
Do they give you that chili sauce automatically? Do they give it to you?
I think the food's here.
Is it chili sauce?
They're ordering Chinese food.
Oh,
at the
they're
moment.
ordering Chinese food. Okay. So, Pat asked me if I wanted food. I was like, yeah, just double whatever Mung ordered. Like, I trust her. She's getting sushi. Like, I'll eat whatever she eats. Pat ordered me double what he ordered Mung.
Oh, no.
I was like, what? Just because I'm 4 times the size of her, I need
Right.
double the food? I meant, like, whatever Mung ordered, just make it 2 of them.
Make it 2 of them.
Right, like, for me and her. Not, like, 3 of them. 1 for her, 2 for me. So I ended up with, you know, $80 worth of sushi, but it was fine. Pat only charged me a green bird, so thanks for the free food. Okay, Mark, this is your spot, bud. $200, and you got 10s.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good spot to put it in.
Jack's calling,
in there.
Brian's out with the ace-5 offsuit. 1 time, small pot. This gets Mark back to pretty much even if you can hold.
9-8 of clubs for Jack. Pretty good hand here for a $200 all-in bet. See the rest of them. Not a great flop for Jack.
That's it.
That's all she wrote.
Mark finds a double. A king, a jack, and ace out there. Mark is still good. Jack proudly shows
98.
That's a tough one out for Ted.
I learned that from the early.
Yeah, right.
Does everyone text you if they want?
Yes, sir.
A nice little hand to pick up there. I mean, if he had 400, he probably wouldn't have got the action from Jack, so kind of
Nope.
had the right amount of chips.
Perfect amount of chips to
To-
get a loose
To
call.
get a loose call with 9-8 of clubs. And, you know, Jack's just hoping he doesn't have a pocket pair higher than 10s. He did. Muck. I wonder who Jack's texting right now.
Hey, Pat.
Sand's out. Mung's not going to let this walk. She's calling.
Well, I mean,
Pat's completing. Dima's checking. Ace deuce off. 3 ways to the flop. $30 pot.
like someone else was asking earlier.
We like to call these practice hands. Jack 8-5. Check. Turn deuce.
The next lineup look like
25 from Dima with a deuce. Mung's going to call with her 5. 8 on the river. Probably going to go check down here. They both have some showdown value. Just kidding. Mung's going to maybe turn her hand into a bluff / get some super thin value with a 5. I'm not quite sure, but she's the best. Looks like she's betting the river for value. Dima calls. She shows. He mucks. And a little chuckle from everybody that her 5 is good, including Sal the dealer. Sal's like, man, I wish I could just play in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But nice little pot for Mung. 46% VPIP gets you calls with ace deuce
Is it bad out?
on the river.
I know. Oh, I don't know. I mean, Chicago, January? Is it really bad out? No.
It's not bad at all.
Now we're talking about the weather. Always great conversation at a poker table.
I saw this as like fake spring. We're in fake spring
Fake
right
spring.
now, where there's going to be a second winter
Yes.
and then an actual spring.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is fake spring.
Right. But February 50 for a week.
It's like 60 off.
Yeah, it's
like
great. I mean-
55. It's so nice.
Here we go. Joey with 10s under the gun, making it 40. Meech is going to tiptoe with the Jackson flat call. You do have to worry about Joey's opening range here under the gun is a little bit tighter than, say, a few of the other players at this table. So he does elect to just call with the Jacks, not trying to stack off 1,400 with one pair of Jacks. He does have the suits dominated and everything. Flops a set.
Flops a set. Joey's got a gut shot, though.
Yeah.
4 queens.
Maybe a small little baby bet.
75? 55? 55. 55 the call's probably going to get a call here.
160.
Looks like a raise from Joey.
Joey's using his position. Using
160. And fairly
position.
tight.
I mean, image. Using his image.
Fairly tight image.
He's going to get Meech to fold a lot here.
Jacks are not one of them.
Jacks are not one of the hands as Sal's playing with the muck. However, I do that all the time. Joey or Meech is deciding what to do here. Just calling.
Call, see a turn.
Yep. Keep the bluffs in there too. I mean, if you just make it 600, what are you really getting action by?
4's a good turn card
for both players.
Joey's gonna
continue his story.
Yeah.
I got ace king. I got ace queen of clubs. I got kings, 9s, king jack.
I think that's exactly what Meech is thinking right now. What could he have? What am I worried about?
Meech is like, I hope he has aces. I hope he doesn't have kings. I really wouldn't like him to have ace queen or ace 10 of clubs, but he knows that's possible. Obviously 9s.
And it's a pretty hefty bet, 275.
So Meech is never folding. I think he's just, how am I going to get the most amount of money here? Flatting, but then he can just bluff all the clubs and spades and straight draws, making it 1,000 right here.
Yeah, so he's going to put it to the test right now.
And that's it.
Joey doesn't even think about it.
And 10s is kind of the perfect Joey hand there to be like, all right, I can bluff, but I'm never going to put another dollar in when I get resistance.
Right.
That's all she wrote. Another one for
Well
Meech.
played by Joey.
Yeah.
Good hand by Meech.
Yeah, I mean, Joey just is unlucky that he runs in the middle set there.
Right.
I mean, there's a ton of other hands. I mean, Meech is probably folding a king. King, queen. Something as good as king, queen might be find the muck there on the turn.
Your red king, queen, probably not seeing too many more.
Right. Or not liking it, at least.
Right.
He's not really giving a great price to all the flush draws and all the straight draws with the 2 flush draws out there. I mean, queen 10, what are you going to do? Hit a red ace, red 9 on the river?
Right.
But, unfortunately for him, Meech had jacks and wins the pot. Jack 25 dark with the 6-4 offsuit. He doesn't know that, but we know that.
Mung with deuces.
We always, don't forget about Sand. Okay, there's Mung. Mung, make it 105. Let's go. Nobody ever makes it a cool 100. You're going to make it 100 and something. She's just going to call with deuces. Set mining again. Pat 85 of diamonds on the button. Is this his spot?
He's going to raise
He's
it up.
smiling. It's like he knows. It's like, I'm going to do this. And
3 bets to 100. Could easily take it down right here.
nah, Mung wants to...
Break.
Mung's loathing, or what's the word I'm looking for? Salivating.
Yeah,
at flopping
salivating.
a set against Pat in a 3-bet pot. And rightfully so.
For sure.
Which she doesn't, and she's going to have a tough time playing deuces. However, it is Mung, so she can just lead out and Pat and say, screw you, I got it. What do you got? You got 8-5 off?
Pat whiffed.
Pat's
Looks
not
like
a quitter.
she checked. He's going to keep going. Little directional bet there. He's kind of pointing him towards her. You know, that's my third
Come on,
biggest
Mung,
pet
just
peeve.
make it 600. I'm telling you.
She folds.
Look at Pat smiling.
And
I
Brian,
told you.
And Brian literally just said 8 high, Pat.
Did he?
Yep. He calls it out perfectly. Literally goes 8 high, Pat. Can't believe you got that 8 high through. He did. He did. Brian is 2 for 2 on his.
Pegging their exact hands.
Yeah. He asked for a queen. Calls out the 8 high.
Brian, find a...
First I was like, did he say ace high? Nope, he said 8 high.
Hand number 74. Brian in the muck. Mark in the muck. Sand in the muck.
10 deuce. I like the same motions for good hands versus bad hands from Sam. I think weaker players don't do that nearly as well. He's got the same kind of thing when he's
Demeanor,
folding or
yeah.
when he's raising. It seems like he's always doing the same thing, which I think players should pay attention to as a really good quality.
Yep. All right, Dima's going to open the button here with ace deuce, get a defend with 6-5 a dime, 6-5 offsuit. Nobody
Jack.
connects again. This is just a will of the who wants to bluff
Dima
at
hits
it.
a 2. You got a little piece of that.
You're right. And I like the jack. Just I don't even, you know, whatever you're reaching.
Whenever you
chips,
put chips out, I'm out. I'm not doing anything here. Can't even turn a draw. Can't even turn a draw. About an hour into this hour and 50 minute cash game, CCG Poker. Come and check us out all over Chicagoland area.
Yeah, including the city.
Even Chicago proper. Sam with the Queen 10 suited.
I'm hoping he comes in for a raise of 40 here. We need to see a little bit of blood.
He got some. He's thinking about it. Looks like 40.
And then Mung, ace queen.
Ooh, Mung.
Seems like a 140 bet incoming, maybe even just 150 if she's going to go all green.
100?
Nah, 150.
175.
Okay. See, I wanted some blood and they just give it to me, just like that.
Ooh, Brian with the big suited ace. Give it up.
What was it? Ace 1?
Ace 6. Hearts.
Okay. Sand folds. See, this is where he is. I'm sitting there. Mung's got 3,500. I'm playing the Queen 10 for the 3-bet against her. Just trying to. I'm just searching to play a 7K pot when I'm sitting there in Sand's situation. He might not be.
What's that? It's happened. It's hard to believe. But
Mung, 5-4. She was trying to find her bet there. Ooh, a lot of garbage hands right here. Meachams, you got something?
Nope. You got something?
Battle of the blinds now. Jack with a suited 10. Brian's out. Mark. King Deuce.
What's he going to do with King Deuce?
Nothing.
Squadoosh. Although I do like when the hands just fold all the way around as opposed to like playing a small little twin arm. Check, bet 10, fold. It's just like a waste of 45 seconds of our life that we all need. We all need every minute of life counts. 5, 5, 10. Mung under the gun. I wonder if you can see in those glasses. I'm not sure. From the bathroom. She might not. Muck over to Dima. He's out of there. Joey's out of there. Jack. Queen Jack suited on Queen Jack offsuit on the button. He's going to open. And we have mucked all the way to Sand.
Probably wrong. Alright, bro. Donation. Nice hand. Oh, I was wrong.
Nice job, Sam. King or queen, yeah.
King or a queen? 6, 7.
He just wanted to see the hand.
Nice hand.
He just wanted to see some.
Going heads up. I mean, Sand's got an ace. It's offsuit and it's low, but it's an ace. Jack 8, 3, all clubs. Jack flops top pair with the Jack again. However, he's not going to get much action, being that Sand has nothing.
They're both red, too.
He shows an ace. Mucks. Maybe he shows a deuce. Mucks. Either way. He mucks.
I had no clubs.
Ooh, all clubs again.
I know. The monotone flops have been bad for action. All right. We see the V-pips. Everyone's chilling in the middle. Mung on top. Pat and Joey on the bottom. Everybody else chilling in the middle.
That's nice.
Mark is kind of forced to play a little snug here with the blinds and the blind raises and that kind of stuff on a $500 stack. Not much true creativity to get out of line with hands that are kind of premium. Brian's going to make it 40 here on the button with ace-jack. Muck. Mung is going to defend. Ace-queen. Just kidding. A 3-bet? 3 bets to 125. Brian snap calls the button with ace jack. And 557. You never just get the ace flop to see some fireworks here. It's a lot of, you know, weak, nice strong hands, but weak flops, and then they're just fighting over who's going to win without a pair.
Yeah.
Mung bets 80, and Brian does call.
I don't think so. King of hearts is maybe.
King on the river.
That's possible.
It's do a large, I guess.
Oh.
240 and a call.
What is what I call you with? Because I know you got nothing. I know. How much?
And Brian calls off the river. Says, I know you have nothing. Shows that I called you with ace jack high. And Mung probably shows the best hand with ace queen high.
She does.
$900 pot, ace high versus ace high.
I know.
It's kind of what it takes in Hold'em when nobody's flopping anything. You just got to go after it.
I sang.
Moving on. Final 30 or so minutes of the stream here. A little bit longer, maybe 35 minutes. But Joey 10-4 under the gun in the muck. Meech in the muck. Coming around to Joey. Nothing going on. Brian's going to open to 50 with queen 8. I think Brian's Ambient is worn off. And we're back to making it 50 with queen 8. And of course, Brian steps on a line one time and Sand wakes up with kings. Makes it 160. And here goes Brian. Why do I play tight? Jack, 7, 6.
God bless me.
Excuse you.
All unders. Brian's going to continue.
No, Sand's betting, and Brian's going to call. Brian's hoping for, I'm not sure, a 10 or a 9 maybe? An 8. Well, that's
gave him some outs.
And Sand's going for, I don't know, maybe 300, 2 something.
240.
240? And with Brian picking up an 8, he's not going anywhere. I expect Brian to maybe just bluff on some club rivers, or a 5 or a 10 or a 9 or 3 of clubs. Ooh, check. Check. Kings. They won. Kings win from Sand. I wonder if Brian just piles out 900 on the river, if he can get a muck there from Sand. But Brian was just trying to realize his equity there, not turn his hand into a bluff. Down $1,000 since the last time we checked in on the chip counts is Brian, and Sand is our new quote air quoting chip leader. Not that that matters in cash game, but it is nice to have the most chips and have everybody covered.
It is, yeah.
Regardless of how much you're in for, just knowing that you can stack everybody.
Alright, can I make it 20?
All right, 5, 5, 10. Demo is the straddle. We're going to start with Joey. Hand number, I want to say like 77, 78.
Hey, we're getting up there.
The image will tell us here in a second. 80.
40.
And Brian has officially woken up. Ace 4 clubs.
Turning 8.
Mark's going to play the Jack 7.
Yeah, Jack 7 looks good when you've been looking at dog crap for the whole time.
It does. I think Mark's just like, I got to get in there at some point. Maybe Brian's steaming a little bit after losing.
I mean, you can flop a lot of draws with your smaller stack and get it in there and hope to see all 5 cards. And
right. You can comfortably just play like all flush draws, all straight, you know, all that stuff when you got $500 in the game this size.
Are we going to see any 3 bets? Nope. Dima's in there with the quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
4 players.
All right, 4 players.
Sure, why not?
Give Mark a flop here. Diamonds.
And a deuce. Set of deuces. Check, 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 check. turn, jack ball. We're going to see some.
Going to see a Mark jam here.
Yeah, Mark is never, ever getting away from his hand. He loves his hand. Obviously, Dima is never getting away from his hand. He also loves his hand. The other two have squadouche. I can't really see a way that Mark doesn't get it all in here.
Yeah.
This is going to go 80 into 240. Mark's just going to call, but I don't think he's really folding any rivers.
No. I think he's hoping to spike a diamond here.
Well, I know he's trying to spike a diamond. King of Spades might save Mark.
Dima is first to act here.
Dima sized it up for a perfect pot-sized bet on the river for Mark to have to call off here. Is Mark good 33% of the time? Because that is what he needs.
Oh, yeah.
To make this happen.
To make this a profitable call. Yeah. Dima's been playing on the tight side. Mark correctly folds. And I would have gotten stacked there on the turn, putting all my chips
I would have gotten stacked on the turn.
But Mark lives to see another day, saves 330 buckaroos, and
lives to fight another hand.
Apparently values money more than me and you. Because if I'm playing Jack 7 of diamonds, I flop a flush draw, turn top pair of jacks. You better believe it's getting all in there. I don't care. That guy can show me a set of deuces and I'm in there. Joey, under the gun. No straddle on. Probably wishes he was straddling here. Maybe going to open to 30 since we don't have a straddle. Nope, still opening to 40. Brian is playing his fourth hand in a row. 10-8 off. And Dima's calling with the Queen Jack. Mung's also in there with the 10-9 on the button. 4 ways to the flop. Ace, Jack, 7, all black. We got top pair, top kicker for Joey. Middle pair for Dima. Gutter balls for Brian and Mung. Everybody flops a little something. 125 from Joey. That's going to get Brian's gutter ball out. I'm not sure if that's going to get Mung's. It is. And is Dima going to muck second pair? All right, nice fold, Dima. And Joey playing a little tight. Gets one through there on the ace-high board. Top pair, top kicker. Good enough. Thought we were going to have some fireworks. I'm wrong again.
Wrong again, Cotton.
The Super Bowl. Wrong about basically everything.
We were definitely wrong about the Super Bowl.
I think we were right.
We were close.
We
were close.
We're up 10 at halftime.
We're up 10 at halftime. And then we got reversed on the big squares winner.
Yeah.
Our $18,000 split turned into a $3,000 split.
Kevin, yeah.
Brian with queens.
Isn't it great to just play 5 hands in a row? The table kind of feels that you're on Steam, and then you pick up queens. And Mark correctly mucking ace-10. Man, these guys are too good for me. Sand's in there with the 76 suited. Mung has played Jack-10 every time tonight, but today she mucks. Or this time she mucks.
Joey defense?
You guys that can't lose.
No.
The party.
Meech is in there.
Meech is joining the party.
I know.
3 ways. Brian's actually got a real hand. Meech ace-9 off. Give me Sand's hand.
I like the 7-6 suited.
Okay. Give me
Meech
Meech's
out
hand.
flaps Brian with an ace.
Meech has a stranglehold on this hand. 90%. 80%.
7-9. Right in between 8.
8 gives Sand a gut shot. I don't think we're going to see anything unless he gets checked to the river.
Which it does.
Which it does.
5 ball.
One time.
Somebody please bet.
Queen.
Queen. Brian says, somebody please bet. Brian just turned his 10%, 5% winner into a winner.
Yep. 100.
I think Meech can get away from this one.
Maybe. Yep. Gosh.
You're good.
That.
Oh, no.
Meech
no.
And that's what I'm just saying. You know, the table kind of knew Brian was on a little.
Oh, no.
No. In my head, I'm saying red queen.
Red queen he was asking for. There's only one red queen left, Brian. It's the queen of hearts. Cuts deep.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
You have an ace right there? Damn.
You got an ace? Yeah.
You didn't call over an ace?
Yeah, he did have an ace, Brian.
Yeah, right? You can find out.
Well, it is a cruel game. There's no doubt about that. It is a cruel, cruel game.
All right, Brian, ace 4. All right, finally he bucks one. Mark with the ace queen off. He is limping probably to reshove here on this 320 stack. There's only one reason to limp ace queen, and that is to limp jam.
Let's see if it works for him.
Well, he's definitely going to get his opportunity. Sand's making a 40 with 8-7. Jack's coming along, and this is where Mark stuffs it in his face. Bang. There he is.
Stuff it! Stop it, Mark!
He already did. All in for 330. Sand goes, should have saw that coming.
Should have paid more attention.
And then Mark's like, yeah, I'll do that with anything, man. I don't really have much.
I like the crying like call, like, man, whatever you do is fine. Put me out of my misery. Or
and Brian picks up Mark picks up a hundy ball there, and adds 25% of his stack to his stack. Pat, you're officially below the 20 mark standard to be in this game. You will not be invited back.
Oh yeah, I was already. Yeah.
Rattles
If I
up.
was last stacked, I would have probably given cash.
I wonder if the straddle counts towards the V-pit.
that's a good question. I don't know if it
Because
does.
it is
no, because
voluntary.
they do 3 blinds, so I'm assuming it counts it as a blind. So voluntary put in pot would not count for the blinds because it does say 3rd blind.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it doesn't. Mong with deuces. Meech out of there. Jack's out of there.
Because that would inflate everybody's.
Yeah. I don't think it does though.
Monk takes it down.
She sounded really happy for you. Like, Rattles up.
Kid sent me the 1,000 he owed me. I wasn't expecting it.
Nice.
Bang. Okie dokie. Getting down here a little bit to the last, 20 or so hands. And Sand King 9 under the gun. Finds a muck. Muck, Pat, 5 deuce off. Can't even get creative if he wanted to. And here we go over to Meech.
He's playing that button.
I think he made it 30. Yeah. Raised to 35. Jack 3-betting. Look at Meech is like, I just opened Jack deuce for some action, and you instantly punished me with ace 7. How about that, Jack?
How about that?
I just got a reality check from FanDuel. Just so you know, you've been logged in for 19 minutes, and you've wagered $1,200 since your last login. Well, thanks. You make me feel bad now.
What are you doing?
Well, okay, sorry. Are you just calling me a degenerate gambler? I thought you wanted my action here.
Hey, have you ever accidentally signed up for FanDuel Fantasy and deposited all your money into it and then realized it's not FanDuel Sportsbook and you can't actually bet on the Super Bowl on
No.
Fantasy?
Did you do that?
I did do that
Yeah.
yesterday.
Okay, Mung, 50. King Jack off. You ever feel that like tickle in your throat where you know you're gonna get sick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm sitting right across from you.
For 2 hours straight. It's okay, I can't be contagious yet.
You raised all in.
I was around a lot of like babies and kids this weekend.
Oh,
I
they're
think
the
it's one of
worst.
those, and then they were spitting and stuff. It's you're
the
gonna get like
absolute worst.
it's like it's that like little sick where you're not gonna get like sick, but
Right.
you're not gonna be feeling the best. I'm there. All right. Mark gets it all in with the ace king. Jack is coming along with king queen suited. Mark running it one time, 70-30. Can Jack spike a queen?
410, but alright, so what was this one twice?
Oh, we will find out shortly.
One time, KJ. I need one of those.
I need one of those.
You need some more spades. Jack of spades. That's the card we're
Open ender.
No. Thought it was a jack of spades. If that was a jack of spades on the turn,
It would be
Jack
good.
would have ran our flush. But instead, Mark wins the pot with ace high. It's hard to flop
Good.
a pair.
He needed it.
He did. Mark's in the profit. That's how you do it. And I think Mark does have an aggressive, balls to the walls kind of style.
Who does?
Mark, I just don't think he can really unleash that
Right.
with his stack size. I mean, you got Brian to the right of him with 4K. You got Sand to the left of him with 5K. And you got $600. It's tough to,
can't do a whole lot.
Right. Oh, here you go. You're out of the. You're out. You're on your one-hand break.
That was nice of you.
Would have also been nice of you if you moved the table a little.
I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what your angle is.
It's like a roller coaster. I had to squeeze into that.
Squeeze
thing.
on there. I was tightly packed back there.
That doesn't look like 30 colors.
This is at the Bridgeview Community Center. If you ever want to look and see what that looks like, there's a big ass piano there in the back left that we tried to move that we were unable to do so.
We were like, oh yeah, we'll just move the piano. We looked over there and was like, all right, we're not moving the piano.
All right, Meech raised with the King 5 suited. Get some nice calls here from San and Mark. He's going to play that double up. Get him some luck here. San, oh no, Brian flops the best hand.
Yeah, Brian flops the best hand on the button, and we are checking to Brian, who is going to
40
into 150, or maybe 40 into 110, and they just, nope, 40 into 150. Now it's 190, and
it's going to get all the way through.
Hold'em is just tough when nobody's flopping hands. I mean, that's what's so great about Omaha. Everyone's always got something.
You can always justify a call in Omaha.
Right. And if you don't got something, you got the chance to get something
100%.
later. And then if you miss, you just label it to run bad. You know, it's like,
I can't believe I missed.
Right, you got an excuse for everything.
Super easy.
Oh, I was double suited. Oh, okay, sweet. 9-8-4 deuce. Doesn't matter, double suited.
Doesn't matter. It's double suited. It's double suited, Bob.
Then when you miss a wrap and a flush draw, it's, how did I miss that?
Who do you call for bad beat stories or like run bad stories? Besides me, I mean, obviously you and I talk about run bad, but not a ton.
I don't know.
Do you not talk about?
I don't really
like,
do. Yeah, I hold it inside these days.
I hold it inside.
I hold it all in.
Just hold it in. Just let it fester in there.
Yep. Slowly decay my soul one bad beat at a time. But this year, 2023, PLO World Championships, 10K.
We're playing.
I'm going to ship that for $2.2 million. Everything's going to be all right. Just ride off into the sunset. Okay. How does San muck ace 10? Oh, probably because it went open from Joey, which is kind of scary. 3-bet from Meech, also kind of scary. And maybe he just red mung from
across the table.
Well, yeah, next to her. I was like, oh, she's radiating aces here. I'm out.
4-bet from aces, 575. Joey instantly gets it away. Meecham's with the 10. 10.
And again, this is where every other player, this would be a snap fold, but because it's her,
you can't
he's
put
in
around
the tank.
Yeah. You're just kind of stuck.
He's in position, I believe. He is. He gets rid of it correctly. And just throws those chips. And
ooh, she shows the aces.
I would never show that.
Me neither. Mom, don't show those cards.
Right, you can't let them give them all the satisfaction. Joey's like, ha ha ha.
I got you, Mom.
Ace Jack in the muck. Sand's like, ha ha ha. Ace 10 suited in the muck. Beach is like, ha ha ha. 10's in the muck. Where if you throw those cards face down, they're all like, God, was I good there? Like,
was I good there?
Is that my spot?
Did I screw that one up?
Right.
How many carbs in macadamia nuts?
Macadamia nuts, kind of a lot. Those, I think, those are good for you though. Good fat.
I like macadamia nuts.
I'm gonna say they're like, I'm gonna guess 8 carbs a serving. Let me take a look. I need to.
In this episode, and how many carbs are in this?
I'm pretty good at there's a game I would be successful at.
How many carbs?
How many carbs are in this? One serving, 10 carbs.
Ooh, close though. Price is Right rules. You're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to beat 8. Okay, and see now here we go. If she didn't show the aces, maybe Jack would have some reasonable doubt here to not believe her 3-bet. I mean Jack, probably doesn't believe her anyways, but I'm intrigued to see what he's gonna do.
He's put Mung to the test. 4-bets, 450.
He doesn't believe her. How could she pick up aces and then have another good hand?
It's impossible. Mung calls.
Mung, on the other hand, is saying, well, Jack's the only one here that might be doing a little something funky, so I'm going to
and has the stones to do so.
Correct. 10, 7, 3. Whiffs for both. Backdoor flush draws well, 4-card flush draws. But Mung has the ace of spades.
Yeah.
That's somewhat relevant. She can rep the nut flush draws here. 450. Jack is checking to see if he has the ace of spades or if that's the deuce of spades and the ace of clubs. He is unfortunately on the wrong end of that one. He's got the ace of clubs.
So you get a raise from Jack, 3-bet from Mung, 4-bet Jack, Mung calls. Mung leads right back into him for 450.
Right.
And Jack's going to figure this one out. All in.
All in for Jack.
Sick.
So Jack is repping kings, aces, queens, ace king and ace queen.
Yeah.
Which
All
means,
hands that beat ace Jack.
right. Mung is really, you know, every hand that Jack's representing, Mung is beat by. However, she's getting a count here. 14, 15. It's like an awkward. I mean, if Jack had 2,000, this is an insta-muck. If Jack had 1,000, she's probably just calling because she's pot committed.
So he's all in for 1455. It's
So it's basically
965 to
1,000 more.
call. So it's 965 into almost 3K. 3 to 1? 2.5 to 1?
Yeah.
In hopes of what is he playing here that you can beat? I'm asking because I don't know.
I don't know. I just labeled the 6 hands he's representing, and she beats all 6 of them. I mean,
She does beat all 6 of them?
he beats all. He's good with all 6 of those
Right.
hands. Now maybe she's noted that Jack is on Corona number 17. Sorry, Jack's mom. That he does have the ability to drink 17 Coronas, but
And quite well.
And quite well.
Yeah.
So Monk's doing some math here.
She is. I think originally, and again, I was here, so I've a little insider knowledge. She thought it was more. She thought it was 1,500 to call after her 415 was in. So almost 2K, which you said is
2K.
too much.
Right.
Now she's like, oh, it's only 960. It's not even 1,000. It's 965. Now she's trying to talk herself into the.
Well, you look at the pot. You look at how much is out there. You look at how much you've put out there. And you can start to find a pathway.
So she calls.
She calls.
And
so
they're
they
running
decide.
it twice. Drills an ace, which means they're both getting it all in the
They're
turn
both
anyways.
pumped.
She ends up with top 2. Shows the ace jack. Next turn of river is. Hold on, it's coming. Ace 4. Gross.
And Mung scoops.
Mung makes the
biggest
hero
pot of
call and just bangs it. 3,800. Not bad.
Brian's face says it all. And that's all Jack's chips going Mung's way.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
I think Jack doesn't mind getting called there by hands better than Ace Jack. But it is pretty painful to kind of, Jack's like, I just have kings here every single time I have king. And it's funny because if he did have king, she would have drilled an ace twice and got there.
Both times.
Aces, yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a crazy one.
That's a crazy one. Hell of a call.
I like Jack's heart. I like
plays
Mung's
well.
heart too. I wonder how much of that was Mung just saying, screw it, I only got to put out 960
And
and
I'm
I'm up. And,
Yep, I'm up.
and really, she I'm not calling here because I think I'm good. I'm just calling here because I want to win a 4K pot.
Correct.
Or maybe run it twice and win half of it or whatever. But that's a crazy one. It still takes the heart to put in $1,000 with Ace Jack high.
It does.
With no draw.
No.
Against a guy's range that is very nuts.
Very good.
Yeah. I mean, he could be on Corona 27. I'm probably full in that hand.
I would find it hard to have the heart to make that hero call. Mung,
But
no
that's
problem.
why we're in a studio on a Monday announcing.
Watching these guys play.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Sand with aces is the next hand. Brian, Queen Jack suited. It says Brian 3-bet, Sand 4-bet, but I mean, I think that was some blind action because Brian 3-bet to 60, so Sand's really 3-betting his open of 60, but that's here nor there. 135 to call. He down bets. Not really down bets.
Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good.
And 2, 3, 4 flop.
Nice.
Queen Jack of Hearts ain't gonna continue very much. Sebastian in there.
Hey,
Getting in for the
Sam with
last 15
aces.
minutes.
That was aces, break hand, aces again.
Yep.
Aces are hot.
Mung
Mung.
6,000.
Mung. Woo. 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 Say it again. Woo.
Just over 1,000.
Just over 1,000. Everything is coming over from that 1-2 game.
1,020.
1,020.
1,020 from the kid. About 1,020. And Sal's like, no, I need an exact number. He's like, I don't know, about 1,020. And Sal goes, no, I need an exact number. He goes, I don't know, a little more than 1,000. He went down. He went more generic. Sal wanted to murder him.
Which is a common feeling.
It happens.
And standard, he's mucking already. Ace 5 in the muck. All right, Mark, 5-4 diamonds. Making it 35 or 40, one of those two numbers, 35. Abby's still in the building. We are 2 hours post Abby's Kings getting cracked, and she's here. Mung going for the color up a little bit. She's wearing the Tiger Woods red. Pat with Kings, 3-betting.
Abby's making another appearance.
I just said all that.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Mark's going to call with the 5-4 diamonds. I think he's trying to gut the host of the game. Knows there's only 10 minutes left. And Mung's in there with the 7-6 of diamonds as well. King, Queen, 8. Just top set for Pat. Plays one hand in the last hour and flops top set.
No problem, boss.
No problem. But Mark checks, Mung checks. Shockingly enough, Pat's going to bet. He's going to get no action. Because they all put him on top set. But they also have nothing. This is going to go muck, muck, and Pat's going to take down a pot here. Don't do anything stupid, Mark. I feel your brain cells connecting inside saying, I can get him off this, I can get him off this. Oh boy. 350? 350, and Pat just goes, man, I can't believe I played one hand an hour, and they don't believe me because I actually have it. Again, Mark gets away, saves 400. Obviously. Oh, I got upset. Who would have thought? And Kings are making a comeback at the end of the stream.
Kings are making a comeback.
They've won the last 3 or 4 times.
Except Jack's fake Kings.
Right.
Fake Kings
are with ace deuce.
Fake Kings are also bad.
Right.
But even if he had Kings, he still gets rivered or turned and rivered twice.
Yep.
I mean, just
it's gross.
It's not gross. Gross would be like, I don't know, you got kicked in the nuts once. Jack got kicked in the nuts twice and then made fun of afterwards.
Yep.
Like, it literally could not have been worse. I thought that was a really good play. Like he 4-better early. I mean, he raised her pre-flop to just let her know I got a big hand. She fires into him. He goes all in, still no fear, and just can't get it through.
Yep.
Brian with the King 10, Mark 86 suited.
50 from Brian. King 10. Mark in there. Mung coloring up. Demon Joey. Meech corner's been quiet. Add Sebastian to that corner. It's going to get even quieter. And we are going 3 ways to the flop. Hey, look.
8-7-3.
Pat flops the best hand again.
9s are good right now.
They're betting into him again.
Mark's got an 8, top pair.
It's just...
Brian's just going to say, yeah, I want this pot. He likes taking Pat's money.
Yeah, the problem is it doesn't
part ways very quickly.
No. Interested to see what Pat's going to do here.
He's got to figure out where he's at. He's trying. Raise, 225. Boom. Look at that knowledge.
Brian's out.
Brian found out what he needed.
Probably
Mark,
gonna put in the last
yeah, that's all he's got left. There's nothing he can do. You got 9s? Whatever you want. I'm a one-time guy. Okay, one time. Are you a one-time guy or two-time guy and hold him?
Hold him? I
Hold
like
him.
once.
9s, no good for Mark. Kind of got caught in the crossfire there. I liked the play.
Yeah, you
Didn't
flop
work
an 8,
out.
you got 400. What are you going to
Yeah,
do?
you get it in there.
Mark looks like he's going to rebuy. Hey, what do you know? Let's screenshot this
Seabass!
picture. 0. Go, 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 go.
Hit a 7 against
There's no way I'm getting this. I got it!
Boom.
I love that hand. Especially spades. Which is what I had.
For every
Talking about spades again.
Yeah.
7-4 is so much better than 7.
Look at his VPIP. Mung, 46%. Brian, 30%. Dima, 29%.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising. I felt like he plays really well, and I'm surprised it's that high.
That's why I was,
Sand, 27%.
that's why I was
Meech,
asking about the
23.
straddle.
It could possibly be. I might email what's his name in Australia
Ask
and
him.
see if that counts or how the algorithm works.
I mean, it's already Tuesday in Australia.
I do like it because I can always text him late at night or email him late at night.
I mean, it's like middle of the day.
And it's middle of the day over there. Yeah, so like he's like, I'm up, drinking coffee, having a great day.
Right now, he's probably passed out.
Right.
4 o'clock.
Seabass.
Ace Queen. You think his VPIP's still going to be 0?
Nah, he's putting in money now. Come on. We got a Joey Rays with the Jack Deuce trying to get in some last action before the stream ends. 80 to go. Just a straight. Nope, 130.
Did you order food for everybody?
Not you.
What do you got?
Seabass gets in for 2 hands, has a 0 VPIP, and wants free food.
And he gets Joey to get on the line
Yeah.
and play a hand. Jack Deuce, he's snap mucked this hand every single time.
Well, he did raise, so he was playing his button. He
I know,
raised.
but then like we get a 3
yeah.
right here. Flop top, pair top kicker.
Now, if Joey goes up, he's looking at chips. Joey, what are you doing? Joey,
Some people
don't
have
make
all
a move.
Some people have all the luck, man. Joey's gotten on the line 0 times today.
Never. The whole thing he's played super good, or very well. No, that's the worst turn card. Gives him some hearts for hopes for hearts. Seabass's action here. What's he gonna do? 445 in the pot. What do you like here, Brando?
300.
250.
250. Close. Pretty good bet.
Yeah. I like to size it up so we can get it all in on the river, and it's fine. It's all the same. All in, call.
Joey's mildly. Wow. Wow. I never get this action into me.
No.
Once.
Obviously, whiff. Yeah.
Twice.
What else is new? And
Good hand.
full double. Easy game.
Yeah. Joey, you played very well. I hope you watched the stream. Tried to bluff the wrong guy. Semi-bluff.
Yeah. Well, it's that
I
turn.
told you the first 2 hands.
I told him turn was the worst card he could have.
No, give me a rack. I don't even want to play anymore.
Well, that's good because the stream's almost over,
Yeah,
kid.
you got about 5 minutes left.
Nice little welcome.
So Mung and San are our big winners. Jack was our big loser,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he's
Yeah.
got the heart of a champion. He'll be
He
back.
does.
He's been back, and he's
And
already
he's
back.
the best.
He's back.
He told us on Friday in Oakland, I'm back, baby.
I'm back.
Yeah, but nobody.
He
I
was
hope his mom
hilarious.
still watch the stream even after he busts.
She might.
If she's still here, that's love.
I like how she calls him Jackie. I always wanted to have a Jack say Jackie. I think it's a good nickname for a guy named Jack.
So go wash your ass, bro.
There's the goal at this game.
And
Brian knows this close to the end. Only a few minutes left of this episode of Pat's Game 5-5. Again, if you want to play in the live stream, hit us up in the comment section. We'll kind of DM you. Is that a thing?
yeah, not really, but yeah.
DM you.
No, DM.
Just hook me up. I'll send you my cell phone number. You can text me. We'll get you on the list. I don't know when the next game is scheduled, but we've been kind of doing it the last weekend of the month.
So that would be like what, King's Hall weekend, which is probably
When
we should
it'll
do it,
happen. Yeah.
Which would be
Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Could be any.
23rd, 24th, 20th. Not this weekend coming up, but next weekend.
Yeah, 2 weeks from kind of this past
Hey, can
weekend.
we
Yeah.
play a quadruple straddle?
Makes me sad to see me in the Burrow shirt.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
take a 40.
Allison sighting in the back. No, it's still Abby.
This one.
Okay. So it's a raise.
Yeah,
No, straddle.
Raise to 20, raise to 40.
All right, we're doing the pseudo bomb pot here at the end. You got
I got a
two
mop
blinds.
because Mung, while stacking her chips, decided to put her last Corona on the
Yeah,
floor. But, you know,
she
it's
spilled.
okay.
She spilled.
It's okay.
Win.
Action's here.
Just the last hand.
They're pointing to the table. We are going to continue this game. And
This
the game
game
actually
goes-
fills up.
Yeah.
I get in there. It goes till the end of the night.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Just wide.
Don't think Mung left with many chips. So
She did.
So
Yeah,
it
did
was,
not.
quite. The action continued for 6 more hours.
3-bet from Pat to $60 with Queen Jack. Meech gonna raise 4-bet Ace Jack. We're gonna see a flop. Queen Jack versus Ace Jack. Obviously,
the queen.
Pat drills the queen because they don't call it Pat's game for nothing. 50-50, oh, Pat bet into him. I think Pat checked. Meech bet. I think the graphics wrong there.
This-
Pat checks again with top pair. Pretty good kicker.
This feels similar to like a hand when everybody in the tournament's going on break.
And you're just
then
the last two guys
You're
playing.
like the guy that's like, all right, well, I'm going to steal here because everybody wants to go on break. And then Meech's like, well, I know that's going to happen, so I'm going to 3-bet.
Right.
But I just want to. The last 4 hands that Pat played were kings, got a bunch of chips.
sucked out
Kings,
so bad.
flop top set, had a guy bluff into him. 9s, stacked mark. And Queen Jack against Ace Jack, flop a queen and win. It's
an easy game.
Nice way to end it.
Well, thanks for watching. That's the end of today's stream. I hope you decide to come check us out at CCG Poker, ccgpoker.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share us with your poker playing friends. Let them know either how wild it is or not. That's the end of the song. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Lead us out, Brando.
Farewell.